realize that what the system is doing, especially the executive, they are giving orders. I was at CID headquarters, and one person in the OC crime, dangerous crime, received a call either from his boss or somebody else giving him instruction on how to handle it. I took these officers to my premises where I stay, and I told them I have several premises because I foresaw such kind of occurrences. So what I want to tell the executive, they should get to understand that they cannot stop an idea whose time has come.
How is your experience so far?
The experience is that I want to tell the citizens, actually, the police officers, the subordinate people, are not the enemies. The enemies are people sitting somewhere, swinging with their seats, giving instructions and a lawful command to the officers. Officers in this case, the police officers, are excellent and good people. The worry is they are given unlawful orders. They are worried to defile the orders because there are consequences to defile the orders. So what I want to say is that we need to understand, and the citizens need to understand, that the problem and the enemy is not the police officers.
Were you prepared for this?
Yeah?
Were you prepared for this?
Absolutely, because I know I'm dealing with a wrong system. And I want to tell them we are better. We have been trained better to understand the system. And we are going to make sure that we drain the swamp and we are going to fix this country, because enough is enough of creating, curtailing injustice in the corridors of power. Today you're seeing a police officer coming into a police station in a court of law with no substantive evidence to represent before the court. I actually myself went with the officers to the places very comfortably, and I told them if they were not satisfied, then they would tell me what they want to do. And what I'm seeing here is just malicious ways to curtail people who are pursuant or who are pursuing to make sure that we get the liberty that we want as a country. And the fact is, fighting brutality and impunity, fighting this economic crisis, fighting this kind of lack of governance in this country, we are not going to stop. We are going to fight to the end, and this country will and need to follow the rule of the law. There is no shortcut. That is what needs to be done. And I want to challenge and to tell people who are giving orders, time is limited, and we are taking records, and we are not going to take it lightly. They will be presented before the court when we get the power, because we cannot expect a country to be run like a home of a person. We want a country that is run by the rule of the law, that a country that observes the constitution. Right now, matters are in court even about the elections that are supposed to take part next year, 11th August next year. Why? Because these people are sitting somewhere to subvert the constitution. They only follow the constitution and the law that suit them, and we are not going to allow this as citizens of this
Do you feel it is a political
This is political game, and my acquisition here in court today, the state is aware, and I've been a state asset. So Dr. William Ruto, the president of this country, understands my capability as a person, where I worked in 2014 as one of the most elite person in this country in matters of security. So having served in the capacity of ground force commander in this country, he understands the capability that we are able to do, and we are not going to let it go. We must deliver and make sure that brutality in this country is stopped, injustices are stopped, bad governance is stopped, inequality is stopped. We need effectiveness and efficiency of governance system. And Mr. William Ruto, the president of this country, if he wants well with the Kenyans and people, for us to stop agitating for change, he just needs to follow what citizens are saying. As simple as that. And we have no part, and this is not personal. We are not personal engaging with Dr. William Ruto, the president of this country. As a matter of fact, I'm a patriotic citizen who would not wish him to fail, because he fails, I'm a failed citizen. Therefore, we must push him. If he doesn't want to have the push to make sure that this country gets where it be to, he can quit and go. And we are going to take this country where it belongs. And therefore, Patrick Osoi the 6th, the fact is that he will be my competitor in 2026, and I respect that, and I respect him because he's in office. But my work today is not even to oppose him, is to actually help him run this country by the rule of the law and observing the constitution of our country. So elections next year, because 11th August 2026 is the second Tuesday of August in the 5th year. If we do election next 2027, it will be against the constitution because it will be the second Tuesday will fall in the 6th year. Therefore, tafadhali, kwa sababu hizi kesi ziko katika mahakama makuu, na waomba tafadhali, let's have the election as stipulated in our constitution, and we are ready.
So you
like
are the next.
before.
You are the next Traule.
I'm the next president of this country, and I want to make it very clear. Having served as a special force soldier does not mean that we do not observe the constitution of this country. I understand that Traore and other people probably they have not used the constitution. Kenya is a constitution country, but the problem is that we do not observe the constitution. The problem we do not observe the rule of the law. The problem we do not even adhere to the provision of the law. So therefore, what happens, I do not even want to hear the government system or even the executive accusing young people of terrorism. Because what is happening, they are jeopardizing the citizens of this country, whereby when you travel outside the world of this country, you be viewed as somebody who has come from a terrorism country. Therefore, it is jeopardizing also the operations of the citizens of this country. Hiyo upuzi na mambo ya ku accuse young people with the terrorism should stop. Na kama nitaweza kuongea vizuri na nitaweza kuuliza mbunge Babu Owino to take this motion to parliament, we need to revise the provision of terrorism in this country, because what we are pushing here is terrorism. I had done international counter-terrorism in Egypt myself. We were never taught to deal with young kids. We were trained to deal with very elite and very lethal terrorists. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very happy that
FBI a militia.
FBI is not a militia. If you see what the FBI stands for, is fighting brutality and impunity. And not just impunity, we are fighting bad governance, we are fighting all sorts of things that are curtailing progress of this country. Right now, what I want to say is that they failed. The member of parliament, Babu Owino, will tell you here, they failed to disclose even the resources, natural resources this country has. We have more than 27 trillion US dollars worth of resources in this country. What if they have done? They have divided the title deeds to themselves where the resources are. And I'm telling them, I'm going to report those title deeds where natural resources are. We cannot have a country that people want just to continue enriching themselves, and the majority of the Kenyans are continuing to be poor. It is not happening.
Thank you.
Actually, let me say something. The Oe of which country is this? Was elected while in his prison. If you remember, if he was elected in prison, I don't care. We have to see the change, and the change that we want. Thank you very much. No, it is not. This country, let me tell you, Babu will tell you. Babu will tell you. These young men, let me tell you, Honorable Babu Owino, I respect you so much. We see your fight. You are very genuine, actually, even from the political party you come from. But those people are not genuine. This time around, it is us versus them, and this is not politics as usual. This is a fight, and we are going to fight all the bad governance that this country has. Kabisa. Ama mnaonaje Babu? Si Babu hapo sawa? Unaona mimi na Babu sitakuwa mambo hivi. Yeah.